What's up, Epic 7? TristenWulf here, and I'm bringing you another new player Epic 7 guide. This one is going to cover guild artifacts. I get asked this a lot. Which artifacts should I buy? Ooh, rewards. Yeah, baby. Rank 98. Man, I can't believe we won that war. We were getting our butts handed to us. But I digress. One question I get asked a lot is, which ones of these artifacts should I buy? Which one should I get first? Well, I'm going to go over this step by step because this isn't something you want to mess up, because there is no do-over on this. Once these artifacts are bought, they're bought, and some of them you want to keep multiples of, some of them it's not so important. So we're going to start at the top, work our way down. Proof of Valor. This is probably your first purchase. This one will make you incredibly tanky. This will make your frontline unit, your knight unit, your warrior unit, whoever you put this on, it'll make them very hard to kill. And through a lot of PvE content, staying alive is one of the most important things you can do, and this artifact will help get you there. So I recommend your first purchase be Proof of Valor, and you get just one of them, take it to plus 15, and then we move on. Now that you've got your plus 15 Proof of Valor, you bought one of the 12. Next, we're going to move down to a Symbol of Unity. A Symbol of Unity is a strong damage-dealing artifact. It can go on anybody. Warrior, mage, thief, even a soul weaver if you wanted to. This will give you an additional 20% chance at maximum. It'll be 10% base, 15% chance at plus 15, 20% chance at plus 30 to hit. And by hit, we mean penetrate evasion, right? The whole evasion accuracy, the lingo gets a little bit weird, but when we say increase hit chance, what we mean is your chance to penetrate through evasion and land the strike. So this will be really good to use when you're going to enemies that have evasion, and there are some PvE mobs that have that, but more importantly, it'll increase your damage by 8% up to 12% at plus 15, up to 16% at plus 30. So it is a significant amount of damage, and it is unconditional. Things like Exorcist Tonfa give you plus 16% damage, but only while the enemy has 50% health or more. This is unconditional, 16% chance and the additional hit chance, making it a valuable PvP artifact as well as a useful PvE artifact. Now, you're going to want to maximize that hit chance, so you're going to only want to get one of this artifact, and you're going to want to take it straight to plus 30, ramp it up as quick as you can. This is where I think all of your purchases go until you've got all 6 of these and you fuse them all together into one singular artifact. Then you can start working on leveling it to plus 30. Third purchase. What I recommend for your third purchase is Warhorn. Warhorn is a unique one. Warhorn gives everybody on your team 5% attack, and it goes up 0.5% for every imprint. So by the time you get all 6 of them, you'll be at plus 10% attack. And it also increases the combat readiness of the caster by 10% up to 20% when it's maxed out, every time the enemy takes 3 turns. 3 enemy turns, you get a CR push. This allows for some unique speed tuning inside of PvE, and it also is really nice for moving heroes up inside of RTA, inside of PvP in unexpected ways. Very popular artifact to put on Mediator Choleric. I would recommend you pick up 2 of this artifact. Start out with just getting 2 plus 15s. Once you've got 2 plus 15s, then down the road you can buy more of them and level one of those up to plus 27. So in a perfect world, you'll want a plus 15 and a plus 27, but for right now, just pick up one of them at plus 15, because the next artifact you're going to want to get is Bastion of Hope. Bastion of Hope will help you out in a lot of abyss floors where you need to resist, because this artifact gives a boatload of resistance to the whole team and an extra boost of effect resistance to the main character who's holding it. So this is a really nice artifact to help make your team overall more resistant to debuffs and make your most important unit very resistant to debuffs. This is another one like Warhorn where you're going to want 2 of them. I made the mistake of buying 1 and I have regrets. So go ahead and pick up one of them, take it to plus 15, Then you can go back and work on the other ones that you feel are more important, but you're eventually going to want to come back, pick up more of these. Take one to plus 15, get a second one, and take it to plus 27. Do not fuse all 6 together and make a plus 30. Trust me, you'll be very glad you have 2 of these down the road. And then you can go back and circle back around to your Proof of Valor. Remember, we picked up one of these at plus 15. Now you're going to pick up the rest and run it up to plus 30. And then this is the only one where there are 12 of them available. So you can buy a second set of Proof of Valors. I would recommend you take a second one to plus 27 and then take a third one and leave it plus 15. Some people are going to say it's just better to have 2 at plus 30. You don't need that many of them. You will be much more future-proof and glad you have it. I think this is an artifact you want 3 of. A plus 30, a plus 15, and a plus 27. It'll lead to a much happier life. After you've picked up all that, there's the ancillary artifacts. Victorious Flag is a really nice DPS artifact. It's not overly critical, but it's a nice one to pick up. I would just get one, take it straight to plus 30. There's no reason to have multiple Victorious Flags. And the other one is a Guide to a Decision. This is kind of doesn't really have a place in the meta artifact. Nobody really uses it. I think once you've bought everything else and you've got nothing less to buy, you go ahead and pick this up. There's some minor use for it on Holiday Euphine, but even there, it's kind of a weird artifact. So because it just seems to have no real use in the game yet, I would just pick up one, take it to plus 30, and be done with it. I wouldn't worry about keeping multiples of this one. So to recap, going down the list, that is 3 Proof of Valors, plus 15, plus 27, plus 30, and one of these should be your first artifact. That is 1 Victorious Flag, straight to plus 30. That is 1 Symbol of Unity, straight to plus 30. This should be the second artifact you pick up. 2 War Horns is ideal. If you take it to plus 30, it's not the end of the world. It's just some nice utility to have 2 of them. 1 plus 15, 1 plus 27. Guide to a Decision, not a super useful artifact. Just get 1, take it straight to plus 30. And finally, Bastion of Hope. Man, I wish I had watched my own video and taken this advice, because I only got 1 of them and I have regretted it ever since. Get 2 of this artifact, 1 to plus 27, 1 to plus 15, and you'll be a much happy camper. It's too much gear score to just stuff into 1 artifact. That difference between plus 27 and plus 30 is so small. You'll be so much happier with 2 of this artifact, trust. So that's my advice on this. If you already bought it, you did not brick your account. These are just some nice utilities. They reduce the amount of artifact swapping you have to do, makes you a little bit more future-proof, but in no way, shape, or form is not following my advice here, ruining your account. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of tips to help min-max your experience and make Epic 7 a little bit of a better place for you. And remember, once you've bought all this stuff, you can be using these Brave quests to buy the artifact charms to level these things up. This is not something you're going to do overnight, guys. It is a marathon, not a race. Take your time. Don't obsess with it too much. Just make sure you're active in your guild and donating so that you can afford the charms and the artifacts to get this done. I would definitely recommend the artifacts over chasing extra summons and catalyst chests. The artifacts are the most important thing in the shop. Get those banged out before you really go deep on anything else. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, everybody.